Yeah, we'll talk about this clip of Brian Kelly leaving Baton Rouge as he has been let go as the head coach. Let's start with some injury news to begin the news section. That starts with Pete Thamel talking about Will Hammond, who will be out for the rest of the season. He suffered a torn ACL against Oklahoma State, where Texas Tech had to bring in a backup, as Baron Morton was questionable for the game against Oklahoma State. And it's kind of good that they rested him because they blew him out 42-0. And their backup, who had some pretty decent stats. I'm forgetting his last name. It's going to be kind of interesting as Hammond will be out. If I'm not mistaken, like they were using him in run packages the beginning of the year, taking out Morton and doing some interesting plays with, again, Hammond, the freshman. And we'll see how Texas Tech handles that injury. But Baron Morton should be coming back into the fold this upcoming weekend, as he's been out the last couple of weeks. Another blow to the injuries in Missouri, as they've been racking a few of them up. Bo Bipola suffered a dislocated ankle, which sounds super painful. Further testing revealed a bad sprain and ligament damage, but no surgery necessary, which is pretty good, I would say. And there's maybe an even outside chance he could return during the regular season, which is kind of crazy. You dislocate your ankle, but somehow you might be ready to go here later on the year in the season, which is going to be interesting to see if it actually happens. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on him if he comes back, as that comes out from Matt Zanetz. Now to that clip I was talking about when we started this section. LSU letting go of Brian Kelly. This is him riding off for the last time there in Baton Rouge. I'm not too sure who broke the story. I know Pete Thamel put out this post. LSU coach Brian Kelly was informed of the intention to dismiss him earlier today. This morning they were talking about the collective, or the basically higher ups that make decisions for LSU football, meeting possibly coming to the decision that they came to today. The school is expected to inform the team of this development tonight. Talks about the terms of his departure are expected to continue, because there's a lot of money to be paid to get rid of Brian Kelly. It is ranging, coming from On3 Sports, that Brian Kelly's current buyout, the all-in cost to fire him and his staff and make the next hire, is in the $100 million range, which is crazy. And this one's coming from Pete Nikos. Just mind-blowing the amount of money college football is dealing with in terms of firing coaches and then having to find another guy to slot in, which is going to be spending a pretty penny on. But it is LSU. It's a very high-profile program. They want to win today and not tomorrow, so there's a lot of impatience also going on here, and why Brian Kelly was ultimately let go. I think last season the buyout would have been a little too large for the people that made the decision today to do. I thought he should have been let go last season because it's just, again, not a good record. Regardless of Jalen Daniels winning a Heisman the year before. But also talking about this, coming from the homies out of CFB Nation, LSU has fired Brian Kelly following the Tigers' 49-25 loss to number 3 Texas A&M. Kelly has an overall record of 34-14 the past 4 seasons as the Tigers head coach. In SEC play, 19-10, which is not the usual for Baton Rouge at all. Kelly will be owed $54 million in that buyout, and that's the estimate, which is again pretty crazy. Assistant coach Frank Wilson will be the interim head coach for the remainder of the year. Yeah, just some crazy stuff going on over there again in Baton Rouge.